Hey, if you're in Virginia Beach or Richmond and you want to buy a single ticket to our stand-up shows, you can do so now. Single tickets are now available in Virginia Beach and Richmond, and we'll see you on October 16th in San Jose, California. Guess what? You know how Jackson, Mississippi doesn't have any drinking water?
Yeah.
August 31st, they have no drinking water, and that's because of, it's not because of an act of God. It's because of bad management, bad political management. Guess what? Now they also don't have garbage collection.
Oh, we have jokes at.
Oh, we have. Hang on. Oh, hold on. Hang on. By the way, it's official. We're Brazil. You happy? We did it. We did it. We got rid of the clean water, and now we have no garbage service. We did it.
Collect that garbage and build a shelter out of it. It's my advice.
Where's our? I can't wait to go to Jackson, Mississippi, and visit the favelas.
Jesus.
The shanty towns in Mississippi. Okay, here we go. So if you want to know what happened, I'll tell you, and then I'll go through this story. But I'll tell you what happened. So there's a mayor of Mississippi. He's a Democrat. The city council, 6-1 Democrats. I'm pretty sure that's what the makeup is. The mayor wants his own company, his sweetheart deal, to go to the garbage, right? So he says, hey, let's do this garbage deal with this garbage company. The city council says, no, we got our own garbage company. The mayor says, go pound sand. I'm giving the contract to my garbage company anyway. And now the city council won't pay that garbage company the money that they are charging the city to pick up garbage, so they're not going to pick up garbage anymore. So now there's no garbage pickup in Jackson, Mississippi because of political corruption.
Wow.
Yes, that's what happened. That's the real story here. Okay? All right.
Not exactly the Lumumba that I remember from history.
Garbage collection service operations in Jackson are set to cease indefinitely in 2 days after the New Orleans-based Richards Disposal announced this afternoon that it is suspending garbage pickup in Mississippi's capital starting Saturday. Maybe we're sliding past Brazil. Maybe, maybe that. Maybe we're a little bit worse.
That's a little optimistic, the Brazil assessment.
I think you're right. The city has not compensated the company for its operations after the city council declined to pay for its services. So now the city council says we never approved this contract. On Thursday, in a press conference on Thursday, announcing that the company's decision to end garbage pickup operations, the city of Jackson said the move was because the company has operated for 6 months under an emergency contract and without compensation for 6 months. This affects
slavery. So they have slave garbage men. I mean, oh my God.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the garbage men were being paid, but the company maybe wasn't being paid. I don't know. So the announcement affects approximately 150,000 residential customers, as well as a municipal court and other municipal buildings around the city that are being serviced with roll-off containers. The city, holy F.
You know what this reminds me of? But I mean a horrible version of it. But back when I first moved to New York and Pataki was in, and you used to be able to go get your license the same day, the DMV.
Oh,
right?
yeah?
But Pataki, his brother-in-law or somebody had a laminate company. So now all of a sudden it takes 3 weeks. It took 3 weeks or whatever to get your driver's license there.
So I don't know if you guys remember this. Do you remember that film Taxi Driver?
Yeah.
It was heavily influenced by the 1975 garbage strike, just to let you know where this is heading.
Yeah. Wasn't there one in the 90s, too, in New York? It was a 90s, there was a garbage strike. It was all piled, Light Sleeper, that movie's about that.
The city advised residents to use reusable containers and other sustainable household products and goods rather than disposables. Freeze seafood waste until garbage pickup resumes. So if you had a seafood dinner, don't throw it in the garbage. Throw it in your freezer. That's what they're saying. Is this Jackson or Chernobyl? Honest. Okay. Wow. And to drop off all household hazardous waste at 1570 University Boulevard. Okay.
Just somebody's house. Wait.
Is that the mayor's home?
So they're not. So they're not going to do. So this is just them saying that they're arguing with the city council and the mayor. The garbage collections problems come on the heels of a September 2022 water crisis. Yeah, I know. We know this.
Does he have a friend in the water business too? Is that how that screwed up?
It must be. It must be. So the movie Idiocracy comes to Jackson, Mississippi. Garbage collection ceasing. Jackson is also that city that has no water. Filing under. It always could be worse. It could be worse. Could be worse. The mayor of Jackson, Mississippi had a radical vision for his city. The water crisis may have put it out of reach. Was his radical plan to abolish garbage service?
Abolish the garbage department?
Was that what that is radical to? Because that's pretty radical. That's from Time Magazine. About a week after the catastrophic blah, 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 blah. The state's Republican governor, Tate Reeves, has given a press conference the day before to announce that running water had been restored, though the city still remained under a boil water order for the foreseeable future. What's going on? He also used the opportunity to offer pointed words about the city's Democratic administration. Lumumba, who once pledged to make Jackson the most radical city on the planet, had allowed water system to fall apart out of sheer incompetence, Reeves seemed to claim on September 5th. The solution to these problems are not radical, Reeves said. Prioritize basic services, water, sewer, trash, hire the necessary people, let them do their jobs. Okay. The 39-year-old mayor might be in trouble. You think? Mississippi has the highest poverty rate in the nation, and majority black Jackson has been an especially dire city since much of its wealthy white tax base fled to the suburbs following federally enforced integration in the 60s. You mean 60 years ago?
How was it before this dude got in? Was it this bad?
Right? Lumumba promised to reverse the decline, and he was swept into power with 93% of the vote in 2017, with pledges to bring down crime, improve education, and fix Jackson's crumbling infrastructure through an expansive progressive agenda framed in terms of racial justice.
Did the people that live there do something bad, and that's why they're being punished with no garbage service and what? What justice?
Right? What is this justice? And by the way, trash doesn't pile up in rich people's.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't. There's only 2 billionaires in the state of Mississippi.
Really?
And both of them live in Hadesburg. Paging Tyler Perry, am I right? It was a continuation of the program initiated by Lumumba's father, also named Chokwe Lumumba, a black nationalist organizer and attorney who was elected mayor of Jackson in 2014, and then he died of a heart attack 8 months later.
So his son just took over? Is that how that works?
Well, I guess his son ran.
Oh, I see.
So 5 years later, following Lumumba's re-election in 2021, the collapse of Jackson's water system has brought urgency to that political project. But it also raises questions about how much blame the idealistic mayor shares for allowing a decades-old system problem to become an acute crisis.
Yeah, I mean, that garbage thing, it sounds like that's his fault. The water thing sounds like it's been going for a while, and then just nobody was handling it, and he probably should have, but he's 39.
So no, I don't know if this Lumumba guy is actually this incompetent, because it looks that way on the surface.
It's hard to know, right?
But should we suspect powerful forces are at work in Mississippi, working behind the scenes to ensure that this guy who wants a radical change fails on I mean, I don't know enough about Jackson or Mississippi or whatever, but this guy who gets in, then he says, I'm going to do radical change. And then immediately the water goes away and the garbage service goes away.
Was his dad like that?
Well, his dad died at 8. His dad promised this.
So it sounds like his dad died unexpectedly, and then he took over.
And then he ran.
He wasn't prepared for it. But I don't know, man.
I don't know
either way.
It
seems like the garbage thing, from what you said, if I was guessing off the top of my head, the garbage thing sounds like some kind of corrupt, stupid thing.
It sounds like straight fastball down the middle corruption.
Yeah, and then the water thing, though, sounds like an ongoing problem that hadn't been attended to by anyone.
Right.
So I
think if I wanted to have radical change, the one thing I would make sure I got done was clean water and garbage pickup. So then people would be open to me doing radical change. I would make sure I got the basics down.
We would think that was pretty radical of you.
I mean, right? Wouldn't that?
Yes.
Isn't that what you're supposed to? How do you let this? He didn't see it coming.
As soon as I hear that racial justice, but I don't know. It's a mostly black town, but is it like some with the garbage service where he's picking some like group to do it, and
they got a group from frickin' New Orleans to come to that's headquartered in New Orleans. That's where that according to this story, that's where that company's head. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it said.
I think I'm probably gonna go into another hole trying to find out because I'm very curious now. He's named after that guy that the CIA killed in Congo, right? Patrice Lumumba.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Lumumba is that?
Oh, yeah. It says New Orleans-based Richards Disposal. So the city of Jackson, Mississippi, has their garbage being picked up by a company based in another state. Don't you think there's a garbage company in Mississippi that could do that?
Yeah,
right.
I would think that. Yes, my whole family worked in garbage and
municipal and no kidding.
Yeah, I used to work in recycling. Like usually you get one in, but there's
you ever
a couple
see how a garbage man in the old days they used to have to roll the big oil cans. That was the garbage can. They had to roll them. They all wore gloves. And you ever see a garbage man in Chicago go to shake your hand? You go, "How you doing?"
Oh,
that's a John Tamburino joke. Oh. Whatever happened to John Tamburino? One of the funniest guys in Chicago.
I don't know.
I don't know what happened to him. He won the WGN Comedy Bowl. I think in like 1990 or something like that. That was supposed to come with a guaranteed appearance on The Tonight Show.
Wow.
Didn't happen. They did not give him the appearance. We're doing stand-up comedy in Virginia Beach, Richmond, Virginia, Arlington, Virginia, San Jose, California, Miami, Florida, West Palm Beach, Denver, Palm Springs, Austin, Texas. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets. And while you're there, join our premium program. You get to see my new stand-up special coming out.